Okay, good morning. Okay, I think we continue with the class. Okay, others shall uh, join us along the way. Okay, yesterday we were discussing on ISA 610, ISA 620, and ISA 402. Okay, more or less in for 402, more or less as we mentioned. Okay, it's in a very summarized way. Okay, on ISA 620, okay, on the use of the auditor's expert, okay. We said you as the external auditor, okay, it's you to make a decision as to who you're going to be using when it comes to maybe trying to use the expertise, okay, in whatever field that they are involved in, okay. So it's you to make a decision, okay. More or less, okay, the client is not going to dictate, okay, who you're meant to use, okay, who you should be consulting when it comes to the test, when it comes to the expertise you would want, okay. So there's no criteria upon which you should be, it is you to make that criteria, it is you to make the decision as to who you're going to be using, okay. And instead, you have to be careful when it comes to the selection of your expert. Okay, there are a number of things you ought to consider. Okay, you may want to consider, for example, okay, their objectivity. Okay, is this particular person going to be objective? Okay, can he be able to give me a fair opinion? Okay, are they independent from the client? Okay. So you may take on the objectivity, the extent to which they are independent. Are they going to, is there any element of biasness? Okay, they may be having for example, some sort of familiarity, okay, with your client, okay. At the same time, you may want to consider their capability, okay. Consider what level of experience they have, okay. How many years have they been in this particular job, okay? Because the experience matters a lot for sure, okay. Consider also, okay, their qualification, okay. Consider their competent, okay. Are they competent, okay? Are they members of for example, their own individual, okay, professional bodies, okay? Are they members of that particular body, okay? Have they achieved the highest possible, okay, level of qualification, okay, for them to be able to be deemed expert in the area, okay? So you need to consider all these things, okay? Also, when it comes, for example, evaluation of their work, okay, now we have already appointed them, okay, to become your expert, okay, when it comes to evaluation of their work, the output of their work, okay. You must also consider the assumption they use, for example, okay, what assumption have this particular expert used, okay, when it comes to the opinion, when it comes to the judgment they did arrive at, okay. Consider, for example, what methodology, okay, have they used, okay, in their profession? Could there be another better methodology they could have used when it comes to giving you the opinion, okay? And as you mentioned, don't forget, you're not meant to be an expert in that particular area, okay? You're not meant to be an expert in that particular area. However, it's good that you have a fair understanding of the work they're doing, okay? Have at least a fair understanding of the work that this particular expert is providing to you, okay? All the from the assumption they're going to give you, or they're going to assume, okay, along the way, all the also from the source data, okay, when it comes to the analysis, okay, what data have they used, okay, so when it comes to giving you the opinion, okay. So all these are things you need to consider when it comes to reliance on the work of this particular expert, okay. And the same thing applies also in the case of the management expert, okay, which I think we did discuss under ISA 500. Okay, ISA 500 is on audit evidence. Okay, and in that instance, you may have called the management expert. Okay, you have called the management expert. Okay, and the money expert, don't forget, the only difference that now this expert, okay, is going to be appointed by the client. Okay, this is going to be appointed by client to provide the client with some opinion, with some judgment, okay, with some calculation, for example, okay, that is going to be useful for the client in preparing the financial statement. Okay. So this is going to be appointed. Okay, it is not you who is appointed. Now this is the client who is appointing this particular expert. Okay, and the work of this expert will have an impact on the way the client is preparing their financial statement. But don't forget, the expert, okay, is not an accountant. The expert is not an auditor. Okay, we can mention all these things. Okay, the same factors that you will be considering, okay, as an auditor when it comes to the use of the management expert, okay, work as part of your audit evidence, okay, consider their competence, their capability, the source data they use, okay, all those things, okay, the same thing you have considered under the auditor's expert, okay, you'll be considering when it comes to reliance on the management expert as part of your audit evidence, okay. We also did mention on the internal auditor, okay, on ISA 610, okay, how you can use the work of the internal auditor, okay, to help you out in gathering the audit evidence, okay. And you see that in the case of audit, the internal auditor, okay, you have to be quite cautious here, okay, not like the external auditor, not like the auditor's expert, okay, that you have, okay, because in most cases you'll be having the internal auditor being part and parcel of your client, okay, they're going to be employees of the client, okay, they're going to be within the control, in quote, okay, of your client, okay, therefore the element of independence might be a bit of an issue, okay, the element of independence might be a bit of an issue, okay. Therefore, in that instance, okay, you have to check, for example, okay, in this particular person, okay, what's the element of their independence? Don't forget now here, the independence is in quote, the objectivity is in quote, okay, because they are not going to be so, they may not be so independent, okay, that's the reason, okay. Therefore, essentially, therefore, as an external auditor, you may want, for example, evaluate, try to see, okay, how does the management perceive of this particular internal auditor? Okay, what's the perception of the management? Do the management give the required support to this particular internal auditor? Okay, how much was their budget? Okay, for last year, how much has been approved? Okay, if they gave they wanted a budget of 10 million, how much of the 10 million have they been given in order to carry out the work effectively? Is there any constraint? Is there any restrictions that the management might have imposed on the internal audit department? So all these are things that you may not consider when it comes to relying on the work of the internal auditor. Okay, maybe you also want to check, for example, how are they appointed? Okay, is the appointment done purely by the management? Okay, or do the board of directors? Okay, through the audit committee? Okay, have a say on how this person or how the internal auditor shall be appointed. Okay, so all these are things that you may want to consider. Okay. We also need to make a summarized mention, okay, on what referred to as the service organization, okay, what referred to as the service organization, okay. And you see that in some cases, okay, the client you are auditing, okay, may want to outsource part of the accounting matters, part of the audit department's issues, okay, activities, okay, or operations to a third party, okay. So if your client, okay, have outsourced part of the accounting, part of the audit, okay, maybe done audit department, okay, to a third party, okay, then this third party, either a person or an organization, okay, is deemed to be a service organization, okay. We did try to mention some of them, okay. If, for example, your client is using the service of another company to assist it in preparing the payroll, okay, the payroll is an accounting area, okay. In that instance, therefore, there is that party that is preparing payroll on behalf of a client in a service organization. Okay. If, for example, the client has asked that party, okay, in this context, for example, a factor, okay, to assist it in management of account receivable, okay, therefore the factor in this context become therefore a service organization. Okay. Now you as the user entity auditor, okay, you as now the auditor of this firm that has outsourced one of the accounting department, one of the accounting function, okay, to a third party, you may have to audit the work, and you will, not you may, okay, you will have to audit the work of this service organization, okay. So there are things you don't consider, for example, okay. Do, for example, the service organization have an auditor, okay, who is the auditor, okay, what we call the service auditor, okay. You may want to be in communication, okay, with the service auditor, okay, trying to ask them, for example, if the client or if they are client now, okay, now, for example, the factor in this context, okay, whether they may be having issues, for example, is there fraud there, okay, for example, if the fraud that happened on the factoring company, okay, seep into your client, okay, because if, for example, the factor, okay, in this context, this is the service organization, okay, they have mismanagement, okay, in whatever context, okay, they have financial statement misstatement on their side, okay, then maybe, okay, not a must, but maybe the same might also happen on the accounts they prepared on behalf of your clients, okay, so that's why you may want to be in communication with the service auditor, with the service auditor, okay, you as the user entity auditor, okay. I think that's what we discussed yesterday, okay. So today, on us, we discussed on what we call audit of the non-current assets, okay? The audit of non-current assets, okay? Both the tangible and the intangible non-current assets, okay? And here, don't forget, we are not in the next maybe 4 topics, okay? We are only going to be discussing the key topic, the key accounts, okay? Not that these are the only accounts that should be in the audit, okay? We only want to take like sort of a sample, okay, of what you can do as an auditor in some of the key accounts, okay? All the way from non-current assets, receivable, cash, as well as the inventory. Okay, so those will be the 4 topics that follows. Okay, audit of non-current assets, audit of inventory, audit of receivable, and the audit of cash. Okay, so for the next more or less like 4 topics, that's what we shall be discussing. Okay, it does not mean that the other accounts are not material. Okay, however, you can replicate, okay, the procedure, okay, to all of them. If anything, okay, because the procedure are so similar, okay, between one account to the other account, okay, I'll only go through the non-current assets, okay. For the inventory, for the receivable, as well as for cash, I'll only mention the unique procedure, okay, that applies on that particular account, okay. So I'll not be mentioned because the procedure are going to be quite repetitive, okay, from one account to the other account, okay. So in this context, I'll only be from inventory, receivable, and cash. I'll only be trying to go through the unique procedure, okay, that apply for that particular account. Okay, so for the non-current assets, we'll go through it together. Okay, however, for the other accounts, okay, we are only going to be mentioning the unique procedure for that particular account. Okay, because the procedure can be quite boring. Okay, so I'll only go through one of them. Okay, and as mentioned, they can be quite repetitive. Okay. Yes. Now, throughout the non-current assets, okay, don't forget you refer to your accounting standards, okay? You refer to the accounting standards that you want to use, okay? IAS 16 being one of the key accounts, okay? As well as on the intangible, which ISA, which international accounting standards do you follow? On the audit of the intangibles, Kami.
Yeah.
Which standards do you follow when it comes to the audit of intangibles?
I don't know.
Hey, Kami, what happened? Petronila. Petronila.
Yes.
Which accounting standards do you follow when it comes to accounting for the intangibles?
Can you say
Sorry?
you inspect legal documents?
Sorry?
Inspecting the documents, legal documents.
No, I'm asking for the accounting standard. You've done this in financial reporting, I want to guess, okay? Or the accounting for intangibles. You've done this. Hey, you can't remember. Karen.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I think it is IS 40.
IS 40, that's on accounting for 8. IS 40, it's not IS 40 for sure. Are you sure about that?
Okay, I'm not that much sure.
I highly doubt IS 40. Let's check on Samuel. Samuel, I think I've seen Samuel here. Yes, Samuel.
Yes.
Yeah, which standards do you follow?
I can't figure it out.
You can't remember?
Yeah.
Quinta.
I don't know.
You guys, what happened? How did you pass FR? I'm trying to wonder how you passed FR. Anyway, don't forget this. There's no way you're going to be able to do a good audit, okay? Unless you get to know exactly, okay, what standards are you meant for, okay? That's not going to happen, okay? Because don't forget, you are the expert when it comes to the accounting matter. You're the one who's meant to advise client, okay? If, for example, you can see that how the client has accounted, okay, for example, for the fixed assets, okay, it's wrong. But how do you advise in case you don't know? Okay, so get to know the standards in and out. Okay, if you want to be a good auditor, that's one is for sure. That's a must. Okay, you have to know the accounting standards in and out. Okay, that one is for sure. You need to get to know it. Okay. I want to guess that when it comes to accounting for the intangible assets, okay, we do follow maybe a number of standards, okay, but essentially the unique standard we follow is IS 38, okay. If I'm not wrong, maybe IS 40 currently is on farming, accounting for, if I'm not too wrong on it, okay. But essentially, don't forget, you need to know well, okay, what standard you're meant to follow when it comes to audit of any matter, okay, audit of receivable, audit of cash, okay, audit of subsidiaries, okay. If, for example, your client has subsidiary, okay, how are they meant to do the consolidation of accounts, okay? Get to have this at your fingertip because you are the expert in accounting matter. You are the expert. You are the one who is meant to critique the client. Okay? So anyway, you can follow IS 38, okay, for the intangibles, okay, and commonly for the tangibles, you're going to be following IS 16, okay. So in this topic, we shall be discussing, okay, this is what we shall be discussing. We discuss the audit of the non-current assets. We have the tangible, and we have the intangibles, okay, and as well as the accounts that associate with them, okay. We have depreciation, we have amortization, okay, we have gain or loss on the disposal, as well as you have the impairment, okay. So all these are some of the areas we shall be discussing in this particular topic, okay. And just put it in perspective, okay, where we are, okay, back to our main sort of syllabus, okay. Now we are in the space, the part for the substantive procedure, okay, the part for the substantive audit procedure, okay. Here is now you're going the audit of the core accounts, okay, the audit of inventory, audit of the P&L accounts that are material, audit of the accounts on the balance sheet, okay. So essentially this where we are. And don't forget our audit process, okay, in quote edge, once we prepare the report, and the report is going to be addressed to the members of the company, okay. So we are not too far off from our end, okay. And as I mentioned, when it comes to the audit procedures, okay, even before you start off trying to discuss what audit procedures apply in a given context, okay, you begin with what we call financial statement assertions. You begin with the financial statement assertion that apply on that particular account, okay. But the examiner is going to ask you, okay, discuss the audit procedures you can apply on, for example, the fixed assets, okay. Before even start discussing, this is what the procedure can use, A, B, C, and D, okay. Begin by having at the end of your mind, okay, what financial statement assertion am I trying to audit, okay, am I trying to test, okay. What financial statement assertion am I trying to test? So you begin in mind, have at the back of your mind the assertion you're trying to test, okay. You may write them down, okay, no problem, okay, but essentially, it's much easier, okay, to get the procedure once you know the assertion you're trying to test, okay. So always begin with an assertion at the head of your mind. Now, what is a financial statement assertion? Let me get someone. Ashley. Ashley. Ashley, what happened? I think I've unmuted you. Ashley.
Yes.
Yes. What do we call, what is financial statement assertion?
It is anything that is brought up by the directors during the preparation of the financial statement.
So in case they bring for you the inventory count, is that a financial statement? They tell you that this is the inventory count report. Well, you got lost, Ashley. Ashley, you got lost.
Yes.
Yes. So in case the management brings for you, okay, the report of the inventory count that the internal auditor did, Is that part of assertion? Hey, you went away. Ashwin again. So Ashwin, I'm trying to unmute you. Unmute from your side.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I have.
Okay. Now, we are trying to say that anything that the management are going to bring up to you, okay, along the way is a financial statement assertion. Okay, so I was asking on the inventory count. Okay, so the internal auditor has done an inventory count, and the management gives you this report. Is that part of assertion? Actually, you went away again. You can type on the chat, just in case. Let me check on Petronila.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's a financial statement assertion?
It is proof that an organization, that the management of an organization financial statements are true.
Is a proof that proof by the management that their financial statements are true. Okay. Let me check someone else. Quinta, critique Petronila.
It's a claim put forth by the management that the financial statements they are presenting.
Sorry, that the financial statement. Quinta, that the financial statement. Quinta, you ran away. What happened again? Quinta? Anyway, I guess maybe what she has done is a bit better, okay? Generally, a financial statement, this is going to be a claim that has been put forth by the management, okay? Either explicit, okay, or implicit, okay, on how the financial statement have been more or less been prepared, okay? That's more or less, okay, simply trying to give us more information, okay, on a certain matter, okay, to the users of those financial statements, okay. So simply they are just claims, okay, that the money have used when preparing those financial statements, okay. And maybe I think if you still remember, okay, actually just to check on, we did say, okay, that we use an acronym that help us in more or less in this context, okay, to remember, okay, those financial statement assertion. Karen. Karen, I want to unmute you, okay? That's Karen, yes. So Karen, you see that, Karen?
Yes, sir.
We say that there are 9 financial transactions. Hey, you're flipping your book too much.
Yes.
So we say that there are 9 of them.
Okay, I don't remember that acronym, but I can say some of them.
Okay, let's go. Okay, some of them.
Yeah.
Huh? Yes, give us.
There's an occurrence.
We have occurrence.
Completeness.
We have completeness. Okay.
Accuracy and cutoff.
We have accuracy and we have cutoff. We have accuracy. and you have cutoff.
Yeah.
So those are 4 out of the 9. Any other?
Existence.
Okay, we have existence. Okay, sure.
Evaluation.
Sorry?
Something like valuation and
Yes, valuation. That's true. We have valuation and allocation.
obligation.
Obligation. No, we don't have obligation.
Rights.
We have
to
rights.
obligation.
Rights and obligations. Rights and obligations. True. And lastly, about that, that's true.
Classification.
Classification. True. And the last one?
Someone can help me now.
Okay, fair enough. You've tried for sure. Let me check someone else. Delphine. Delphine. So Delphine, I'm trying to unmute you.
Yes.
Yes. So Karen has told us the 8. I think these are these are 8. Okay. What's the last assertion?
Allocation.
And you have the last assertion being allocation. Okay. You have the last being the allocation. Okay. Well, my pen is gone. Oh, my pen is gone. Anyway, the last one is allocation. Okay, so the last one is on the allocation. Let me try to trace my pen. It has gone. Okay, and the last one is on allocation. Okay, so those are the 9 financial statement assertion. Okay, those are the 9 financial statement assertion. Okay, so general, don't forget. Okay, in case you have been asked a question that you're meant to assess on or to discuss. Okay, on what procedures you should be using. Okay, don't forget simply you just have to use the assertion. Okay. You simply have to begin with the assertion. Okay, so we begin with an assertion. Okay, A, B, all the way from the first assertion accuracy all the way to the last financial statement assertion. Okay, so you begin each one of them. Okay, and then out of those assertion, okay, you pick the one that do apply for that particular account. Okay, you pick the one that applies to that particular account. Okay. That makes your work quite easy because essentially, as we're going to see from your examiner, okay, they're going to ask more. Maximum, they're going to ask 5. Okay, you ask, for example, highlight or discuss 5 financial, discuss 5 substantive odd procedures that you can apply in this particular account. Okay. And in case you have, for example, only like maybe 3, okay, 3 assertions, okay, then that makes your work quite easy, okay, when you want to discuss those substantive audit procedures, okay. So the acronym is simply the SCA cover, okay. So you have the SCA cover, okay. That's the acronym that you normally use, SCA cover, okay. Okay, more towards now the intangibles, towards the tangible, okay, non-current assets, okay. Now these are the assertions that generally we can use, okay. These are the assertions that generally we can use, okay. Now there's from the first assertion on the existence and the occurrence, okay. We have completeness, we have rights and obligation, accuracy, classification, valuation, as well as the assumption that do relate to the disclosure relating to the fixed assets, okay, relating to the tangible non-current assets. Okay, more towards the first one on the existence. Okay, don't forget to simply what or the key objective. Okay, you want to assess under this assertion. Okay, is that whether the company assets actually they physically do exist. Do they exist? Okay, that's what you want to ascertain. Okay, whether actually the company assets do exist. Okay, are they there? Okay, it's not in theory. Okay, it's not just in paper. Okay, those particular assets, these are tangible assets. Okay, you need to see them because they're tangibles either way. Okay, you need to see them. They should be, they should physically exist. Okay, either maybe in the company, a warehouse, whatever it is, but they need to exist. Okay, they need to exist. Okay. Therefore, the objective that can be is addition represents assets acquired in the year, and disposal represents assets sold or scrapped in the year. Okay, don't forget here, more towards the tangible assets. Okay, during the year, the company may acquire more assets. Okay, that would be by additions. Okay, any extra asset that have been acquired during the year, as well as the disposal. Okay, that is assets that have been sold off. Okay, either they have been sold off to a third party or they have been scrapped off. Okay. So during the year, okay. So if the addition is actually the company did acquire those assets, if they were disposal, the company actually went ahead and sold off these particular assets, okay. Record assets represent those in use at the year end, okay. And you're only going to be, or the company is going to only be reporting or representing, okay, only those assets, okay, that are in use by the end of the year, okay. By use, okay, don't forget here, okay, if we have an asset, okay, that if in terms of their book value, okay, you can have an asset that has zero book value. Cannot happen, by the way. We have an asset that has zero book value. Let me check on one of you to ascertain that. Is it possible to have an asset that has zero book value? Samuel, is it possible?
I don't think so.
In case someone doesn't think that that can happen, Quinta, can that happen?
I also don't think so.
Okay, so Quinta doesn't think so. Petronila. Petronila. Unmute from your side, but sorry?
I don't think so.
Okay, so Kami.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Yeah.
Okay. And let me give an example. If, for example, okay, let me have my board here. Now, if, for example, we have an asset here, okay, let's say it was bought in 1990, okay, this asset was bought in 1990, okay, and so it's a motor vehicle, okay, it was bought, for example, okay, let's say it was bought for, let's say 10 million, okay, and every year the depreciation rate is, let's say, 5%, okay, so its depreciation, assume that is maybe useful life, okay, by then its useful life was equal to, let's say, 20 years. Its useful life was equal to 20 years. Now, what is its NBV? Assume that this particular asset is still in use. What is the net book value of this asset by today? The asset was bought in the year 1990. It was bought for 10 million cash shilling. Its useful life, okay, it was 20 years. Now, currently, what is the net book value of this asset? Ashley.
Yes.
What's the book value of this asset?
I can say it might be zero because it was only useful for 20 years.
It has already exited its 20 years.
Yes.
Okay. Karen.
So.
Oh, sorry, Ashley.
Yes.
Yes.
I was saying.
Yes.
That But since it has exceeded its useful life, which was 10 to 20 years,
Yeah.
its book value should be more or less zero.
To be equal to 0.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me check on Karen. Karen. Karen.
Yes, sir.
What should be the NBV?
Okay. The NBV will be determined by the method used to calculate the depreciation.
Okay, it is straight line. You're using straight line method depreciation to depreciate this asset.
Mhm. I think it is 500,000.
500,000. Are you sure? Okay, Karen said that it's ought to be 500,000. Okay, now simply since this is straight in method. Okay, to me that within 20 years, this particular asset is going to be fully depreciated. Okay, and if you have to use that this asset was bought in 1990, okay, this life by the end of year 2010, okay, its life was counted. Okay, to me therefore in that context, okay, the asset is fully depreciated. The asset is fully depreciated. Okay. Therefore, what we do, okay, to me, therefore, as for the assets today, okay, it has zero book value. If this asset, okay, and don't forget, as for the book value, it has zero value. Okay, it simply has zero value. Okay, because 10 million, if you divide by 20, okay, we multiply by 20 because 20 years are over already. Okay, then apply therefore the total depreciation is equal to 10 million. Okay, so minus 10 million, okay, which you bought it at, give us a 0. Okay. Therefore, if the asset is still being put in use, if the asset, okay, as for the book value, it has zero book value. But if the asset is still in use, okay, if the asset is still in use, okay, what should be the value that appears on the balance sheet? What should be the value that appears on the balance sheet? Kami?
Yes.
What should be the value that appears on the balance sheet?
0.
It should be 0. Don't forget, it's still going to be 0 because don't forget we prepare the books on the book. We prepare the books on book value basis. Therefore, as per the balance sheet, it ought to be equal to 0. Okay. Don't forget, essentially, okay, if this asset in the year 2020, okay, is still being put into use, okay, therefore its value is going to be 0. But it does not mean that the company, you should not be reporting this asset. You ought to be reporting this asset, even though its value is equal to 0. Even though its value is equal to 0. Okay, so the asset at use by the end of the year, the asset at use by the end of the year. Okay, don't forget that. Okay. Now, towards completeness, okay, towards completeness, if or for example, okay, if the company has 10 motor vehicles, assume that these are all the non-current assets the company has. Okay, if the company has 10 motor vehicles, then those 10 motor vehicles need to appear, okay, as part of the company closing balances by the end of the year. Okay, if the company did acquire any asset during the year, okay, then those acquisitions also need to appear, for example, in the company non-current asset register. Okay. That's on completeness. Okay, see, the sum is simply suggesting complete. Okay, that every addition, for example, that was acquired, any asset that was acquired in the year. Okay, it ought to be reflected in the company non-current asset register. Okay, if there are disposal, the thing will happen. Okay, that the company we need to therefore not have that asset in company asset, not have that asset in the company non-current asset register. Okay, if some of the assets were disposed. Okay. The rest of an obligation, don't forget, simply means that the company owns the assets. Okay, the company not owns us per se. Okay, the company has the right to receive of any economic benefits. Okay, that particular asset is going to bring. Okay, the company has the right. Okay, to the receipt of any economic benefit. Simply the potential cash flows. Okay, that can come with the company having that particular asset. Okay, so that's what we mean by rights and obligation. Okay. On the obligation side of it, okay, if, for example, the company is meant to insure their motor vehicle, the company is meant to take a cover, insurance cover, maybe against fire, against accident, then that's the part of the obligation. Okay, that's part of the obligation part, bit of it. Okay, you have the right receipt of the cash flow. At the same time, owning an asset, okay, means that you have an obligation. Okay, a simple example is the insurance premiums. Okay, for example, you'll be paying the maintenance cost. Okay, you'll be carrying to maintain the asset in usable format. Okay, accuracy is more towards the value. Okay, on the accuracy. Okay, that the figures that are going to be represented. Okay, maybe if it is about the valuation, okay, that they need to be reported using accurate figures. Okay, if it's about maybe depreciation charge, okay, that is going to be to be charged, okay, that is going to be an accurate figure. Is going to be an accurate figure to be presented. Okay. Towards classification is that you're going to be the asset should be put in their correct accounts. Okay. If it's about depreciation, okay, then you need to be put at the accounts for depreciation. Okay. If the additions, okay, they should not, and these are addition of intangible assets, okay, the additions of the intangible assets, okay, then they should not be classified as part of the tangible assets. Okay, they should not be put under the tangible asset account. Okay, that is the classification. It's more towards the account. Okay, it's more towards the account. Have they been put in the correct account? Okay. Valuation, more or less, again, if, for example, they have company assets, okay, that do require, for example, fair valuation, okay, frequent valuation, either yearly or every 3 years, okay, the same need to happen, okay, on the valuation, okay, that they need to be valued at the correct amounts, okay. And generally, if possible, then the company should be using the professional valuers, okay, when it comes to the valuation of their non-current assets. Tammy, is your question? So, Coming out, I'm trying to unmute you.
I wanted to ask.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you, coming.
In the last class, you said obligation can't be of an asset.
Sorry, on the obligation side of it, yes, yes.
Yeah.
What's the
How
question?
come we're using it right now? How comes we're using right now for non-current assets?
How comes?
We're using it right now for non-current assets.
We use it for the non-current assets. Okay, I get you. Okay. Let me clarify. On the rights and obligation, okay, on the rights and obligation, okay, rights more or less imply that the company has the right to more or less receive, okay, the economic benefits, the cash flow, the receipts that flow from that particular asset, okay, that flow from that particular asset. On the obligation side of it, okay, on the obligation, now obligation more or less is going to be outflow, is going to be an outflow of economic benefit from the company, okay, to other parties, okay. Now here, owning an asset, okay, owning an asset in itself comes with obligations, okay. In itself comes a simple example, okay. If the company, okay, do own a particular asset, okay, if an asset own a particular asset, motor vehicle, for example, okay, in itself, it comes with an obligation. Okay, for example, the company must take an insurance cover, for example, against maybe the case of motor vehicle. Okay, they may have to take into account also, okay, on maybe fire that might destroy their property. Okay, so essentially, therefore, their right to receipt of cash flow may sometimes come with an obligation, okay, to take care of it. Okay. Essentially, the part of the obligation applies more towards the liability, but actually, okay, owning an asset also in itself can also be a liability. Okay, so that's it's how more or less you can say. But of course, definitely, in this particular session, it's more towards the rights. Okay, even though okay, we have the part or the bit of the obligation that comes, for example, with owning a particular asset. I hope I've clarified coming for you. Okay. So right more or less means you have the right, as his name suggesting, to the receipt of economic benefit, to receive obligation is an outflow of economic benefit. Okay, owning a particular asset may have in itself, even though you can receive money from it, get cash flow from it. Okay, might also imply obligation on your side. Okay, that's on the rights and the obligation. Okay, I hope I've clarified Kami. Okay, just to check on whether I've done that. Okay, so let me unmute you, Kami. Yes. So Kami, I want to unmute you. Yes, is it clear, Kami?
Yeah.
Ah, okay, fair enough. Okay. Okay, so those are sessions that more or less we are going to go through when discussing the audit of the tangible assets, tangible non-current assets. Okay. On the disclosure, don't forget simply the disclosure are more towards now the notes to the financial statement. Okay, the notes to the financial statement. Okay, notes to the financial statement that are on the non-current assets. Okay. Occurrence, rights and obligation, completeness, classification, okay, accuracy, valuation, so all these, okay, generally they are a line of they are based on the current assets that you have prepared, okay. So more of the sessions, again, more is going to be the same thing, okay. On the notes, the financial statements, okay. Having that in mind, okay. Now we go to each of the session, okay. As mentioned, the easiest way for us to be able to carry out or discuss the substantive procedure is having in mind what assertion am I trying to discuss, okay? What assertion am I trying to discuss? In this context, okay, we are trying to discuss on completeness, okay? The assertion on completeness, okay? That if the validation during the year, all those validations have been recorded. If the disposal during the year, all those disposals have been recorded at the amounts, okay? That will be my completeness. That every single transaction that occurred during the year, okay, that do relate to that particular, that do relate to the non-current assets, they all have been recorded. And not just be recorded, okay, or the part of accuracy, they have been recorded at the correct amounts. Okay. That's on the completeness. Okay, that's on the completeness. Now, one of the procedure, this procedure are just examples, okay? Not that these are the procedure meant to be always be using, okay? So this is just an example, okay, of a procedure you can use when it comes to the test on the completeness, okay? The audit test on the completeness, okay? So the first thing you can try to take, for example, okay? Now the list can be quite, this list is not conclusive, okay? It's just a sample of the procedures you can apply. One thing you can do is that obtain or prepare a summary of tangible non-current assets showing the gross book value, the depreciation, and the NBV, and reconcile this with the opening balances. So here, you are the one doing it. You are the one doing that procedure, okay? And this is what we refer to as re-performance, if you still remember, okay? This is what we refer to as re-performance, okay? So simply as a client, okay? Give me, for example, okay? You are non-current asset register, okay, that you had at the beginning of the year. What addition have you made? Okay, what disposal have you made? Then reconcile that. Okay, so if you attain addition, okay, if for example at the beginning of the year, okay, let's give an example. Let me just show. Okay, so if for example at the beginning of the year, okay, this particular company, okay, we had, so this is called the opening balance. Okay, this is the opening balance, okay? This company had 10 motor vehicles, okay, 10 motor vehicle, MV. Then the additions to the year, okay, were 2. The disposals that were made to the year were, let's say, 3. Then therefore, we expect that the closing balance in terms of the numbers of motor vehicle, okay, should be equal to 10 plus 2 minus 3, okay, to give us therefore 9, okay? So we are simply making a reconciliation, okay? Now, the reconciliation can be in terms of the number, the reconciliation can be in terms of the value, okay? It's you as an auditor, for example, to do this particular bit, okay? It's called the bit of re-performance, okay? You doing that procedure again, okay? Trying to reconcile, okay? The balances that you had was the closing balances, okay? If, for example, in the company non-current asset register, okay, we have 8 assets, okay, instead of 9, okay, Then of course you have a question. You may want to ask you may want to ask the manager, okay, why do you have 8 motor vehicles? Whereas as for the reconciliation, okay, we have obtained 9. Okay, so here you can now be able to ask a question from the management. Could there be that the assets, the non-current asset register prepared by your client is not complete? Okay, that's what you're trying to observe. Okay, that you're trying to do. Okay, to carry out your own reconciliation versus what the client has prepared. Okay, okay. As I mentioned, the reconciliation here you can do it based on their number. Okay, but those can have also based on the value. Okay, based on the values that have occurred. Okay. And don't forget, as I mentioned, the procedures you mentioned, okay, the performance. Okay, to check on you, just in case you may have forgotten. What are these generally, okay, the procedures that you normally carry out? Okay, begin the first one, performance, one I've just discussed, for example. And as I mentioned, don't force these procedures, okay? Like for example, in this first procedure, okay, you can't see there's nowhere, okay, the term performance has been used, okay? But we know that this is a performance you're carrying out, okay? So Karen, don't force the procedure to treat a situation, okay? But just to check, okay, as to whether you still remember the Delphine. Delphine. Delphine, I'm trying to unmute you.
Yes.
Yes. There are certain procedures.
Pardon. Procedures for?
There are substantive audit procedures that you can apply. Actually, they can also apply even to the test of control. They can apply to the test of detail. Okay, they are generic. Okay, they are generic procedures that generally are going to be used when it comes to the test. Okay, whether test of control or whether test of detail. When it comes to also even when it comes to gathering audit evidence. So the first one is the performance. Okay, the next one, there's 7 of them actually.
Confirmation.
Confirmation. Yes, we have confirmation. The next one.
Inquiry.
We have inquiry. True.
Recalculation.
We have recalculation.
Analytical procedures.
We have analytical procedures. True. 2 to go.
Observation.
Sorry.
Observation.
Observation. True. And the last one.
Somebody help me with the last one.
Okay, let me check on someone else. Okay, thank you. You've tried for sure. Petronira. The last one?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you well.
You can't hear me?
You keep breaking. I don't know the question.
Well, we were discussing on the procedures you can use when it comes to carrying out the test of details, okay, or even gathering of the audit evidence, or even when doing the test of control. So you've mentioned 6 of them. Okay, we have 1 to go. Quinta.
Inspection.
And you have the last one being inspection. Okay, last one being inspection. Okay, so those are the same procedures that generally we do need to use. Okay. So Karen, don't forget, don't force these procedures. Okay, but anyway, you have a question, Karen. Karen?
Yes, sir. So I have a question pertaining to these procedures.
Yes.
It is all about recalculation, reperformance, and analytical procedures. I've never. Okay.
Yes. You've never?
Okay, I don't understand the difference between recalculation, reperformance, and analytical procedures, as far as all of them is all about doing calculation again.
Reperformance?
So
let me try to clarify. Okay. Performance essentially means that you're going to be carrying a procedure. Okay, the client himself, okay, has already done that procedure. So you as an auditor, you're going to carry the same procedure, okay? Then you compare, what have I done? I've done this. What did the client do? Okay, for example, just what you have done here, okay? This is a performance, okay? You're trying to make a reconciliation, okay? The client has already prepared the non-current asset register, okay? What do you do as an auditor? You say you do the same process. You do the same thing. Now you want to go compare the two output. Okay, what you've done versus what the client has done. So the client, this procedure has already been done before. That's called performance. Okay, the calculation. The objective is confirmation of mathematical accuracies. You're trying to confirm the mathematical accuracy. Okay. If, for example, your main objective is to compare what the client has, the values the client has reported, okay, maybe, which example could be in calculation, okay, of the closing balance for the receivables, for example, okay. So the client has made a provision, okay, of the bad and doubtful debt, okay. The client has made a provision for the bad and doubtful debt, okay. Let me just give an example. Okay, so here we have, so the client has made a provision, okay, so this is the receivable balances, okay. So I've seen that the balance before the provision was 10 million. Then the client goes ahead and make a provision that maybe 4.5% of these balances will be bad and they are bad and doubtful debts, okay, or these are bad debts, okay. In that context, therefore, they must be equal to minus the provision you just made, which is 4.5% of the 10 million, okay. They have the closing balance, or what should be appearing as part of the receivable closing balance, okay, therefore ought to be equal to 9,550,000. Clear a simple example. Now, in case as an auditor, you carry out this procedure with the aim of trying to confirm whether this balance that appear here, okay, so this balance, okay, to confirm the accuracy of that figure, okay. Now that's called recalculation, okay. The aim you're doing here is to confirm mathematical accuracy, okay. That was recalculation. In nature, actually, it's like a performance, okay, because this procedure has already been done. But the main objective is confirming whether there's any error, whether there's any mathematical error, okay, that may have been done by the client when preparing or when giving this output, the 9.55 million. Okay, that's on recalculation. The next question was about, okay, Karen, what was the next question? What was the next? There's something else you wanted to ask.
Analytical procedures.
Procedures, okay. On the analytical procedures. Now, in the case of the analytical procedures, okay, analytical procedures, now here is about comparisons, okay, is about comparisons, okay. If, for example, this is a figure, okay, this is a receivable balance for the year 2018, okay, and you want to determine, okay, now in the year 2019, in the audit for the year 2019, okay, the closing balance for receivable is equal to, let's say, for example, 18 million. Okay, so this figure was for 2018. This is for 2019, 18 million. Now, would you be concerned? Karen, let me get back to you, okay? Karen, would you be concerned?
Yeah.
In the year 2018, it was 9.55. 2019 is 18 million. Would you be concerned?
Yes.
Okay, why would you be concerned?
Okay, when you compare the value during 2018 is lower than the one during 2019.
Yes.
So, and when you compare the values, may I expect to see the same value at the opening of 2019?
Yes.
No, not this. Yeah, should be the same.
So these are closing balances. Okay, the two of them are closing balances. The 9.55 is a closing balance for year 2018. The 18 million is a closing balance for the year 2019. So why would you be concerned?
Okay, unless
yes, on a person somewhere. Or
Okay, someone else can.
Okay, someone else can help you out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, let me get someone else here. Samuel.
Yes.
Yeah. Would you be concerned?
Yeah.
Okay, why would you be concerned?
Because even if the company is making profits, the figure can't be double.
Yeah, it looks a bit suspicious that the increase has doubled within 1 year.
Yeah.
Yeah, more or less. Okay, so Karen, that's what referred to as the use of the analytical procedure, the use of comparison, for example. Okay, in this context, okay, it seemed to be a bit suspicious that the jump was twice within 1 year. Okay, now that's what's called the use of the substantive analytical procedure. Okay, the use of comparison. Okay, comparing, for example, 1 year to another year. Okay, that's called the use of the substantive analytical procedures. Okay, I hope Karen, that's clear. Let me check on you. Karen? Karen, I'm trying to unmute you.
It is now clear.
Ask where is not, is it now clear?
Yes.
Enough. Okay, now that's called the use of the substantive analytical procedure. Okay. And don't forget, don't force this procedure. Okay, don't force them. You may not need to mention the the terms. For example, I already perform. No, you just simply go straight to what you will be performing. Okay, I think I've just mentioned on that first procedure that we have discussed. Okay. Then the next thing, okay, compare the non-current assets in the GL with the non-current asset register and obtain explanation for any difference. Okay, now this is a substantive analytical procedure. There is a comparison. Okay, there is of the comparison. Okay. Okay. Now Queen is asking, okay, what the difference in the performance and the calculation. The performance is carrying out a procedure that was previously done by a client. Okay, now you as an auditor, you do it again. Okay, a procedure that was done by your client, a procedure that was done by your client. Now it's you as an auditor who is doing that procedure again. Okay, an example, the client normally make reconciliation of their cash. Okay, they reconcile their cash at hand and the cash at the bank. Okay, so of course they have those bank reconciliation statement. Now, you as an auditor, you want to assess whether the reconciliation was done in the proper manner. This, you want to test the control. Okay, you want to test whether the control is working. What do? You do it yourself as an auditor. Okay, you carry out those reconciliation again. Okay, now what's called re-performance. If you are trying to assess the mathematical accuracy, okay, now this is, for example, you're not trying to test on whether the procedure is working or not, okay, not the procedure now, but now on the math of it, the mathematics behind it, okay, now they call recalculation, okay, confirmation of mathematical accuracy of certain figures, okay, they call recalculation, okay. Hope it's clear, Quinta. If not, don't forget to ask the question, okay. So as I also mentioned, procedure 2 now here, okay, the procedure 2 we have here is as usual the substantive analytical procedure. Comparison, anyway you're comparing, okay, two figures, okay, between this particular year, okay, or this particular ratio with this particular ratio, that's called the use of the substantive analytical procedure, okay. That procedure you can carry out, okay, for sample assets which physically exist, agree that they are recorded in the non-current asset register. So here you're trying to use two procedures at the same time, okay. So first is that there was physical inspection, okay. As a note that you did a physical inspection of the company assets, okay. So you went, for example, in the company warehouse, okay. You went, for example, the company yard, okay, and they found that these are motor vehicles, for example, owned by the company. They own, you did find 10 motor vehicles, motor vehicle A, B, or B to motor vehicle H, okay. Now, you count the company accounting records, okay. So since you did physically inspect and found the company has 10 motor vehicles, okay, now what do? You come and inspect, have they been reported in the company non-current asset register, okay? Have they been reported, okay? They need to appear, okay? If they don't appear, then there's some issue somewhere, okay? Maybe the reporting has not been done it is not yet complete, okay, as per se, okay? Because you went to the company yard, you found 10 motor vehicles, okay? If they all belong to the company, then they should also be appearing on the company non-current asset register, or the so-called the asset movement schedule. If they don't appear, then there's a question mark to be answered here, okay? That's what I mean by that particular point, okay? If an non-current asset is not kept, obtain a schedule showing the original cost, present position value of the non-current assets. Okay. So in case the company do not keep, okay, or this company doesn't keep any non-current asset register or the asset movement schedule, then you may want, for example, do it yourself. Okay. You prepare an asset movement schedule. Okay. Or simply ask the company to provide you with all the documentation. Okay, providing if this was a motor vehicle, provide for me the purchase invoices, all the invoices that you did obtain on this particular motor vehicle. Then ask them, how do you determine the depreciation? Okay, so they provide you with workings they don't have for the depreciation. Then you can confirm. Okay, they have watched the closing balances. If this was a cost, okay, and this is a depreciation you have charged. Okay, then what should be the closing balances? Okay. Actually, in this particular point is a calculation you're doing, okay? Is a calculation, okay? So this, in this case, it is not the performance, okay? Because the procedure is not okay. The company does not keep the asset movement schedule, okay? But here you're trying to confirm, for example, the closing balances, okay? So you're asking the client, okay, provide me with all the documentation you did use in the purchase of this particular motor vehicle, okay? Then what is your depreciation? Then confirm the closing balance. Okay, confirm the closing balances. Okay. And lastly, you can reconcile the schedule of the non-current assets with the GL. Okay. Now, what we mean by that point is that if the company, okay, they do keep the non-current assets, okay, then this need to be also, they need to reconcile, okay, or it need to be the same figure, okay, in quotes, okay, with what appears in the general ledger. Okay, but don't forget, when it comes to preparing the company financial statement, okay, those figures are the ones that are going to be derived out of the GL. Okay, it's simply trying to compare the asset movement schedule versus what appears on the balance sheet. Okay, so trying to make that reconciliation. Okay, what appears on the asset movement schedule and what appears in the GL need to be the same more or less. Okay, that would be that point. If there's a difference, then of course you may want to ask the management why there seems to be a difference between what they have prepared as for the GL, as for the balance sheet, okay, versus what they did have on the asset movement schedule, on the non-current asset register. Okay, I hope it's clear. Okay, now simply that's on the test on the completeness. Okay, don't forget, as I mentioned, these are simply just to give you a guidance. Okay, there are very many procedures that you can use. Okay, but these are just some of the examples, okay, of the procedures that you can carry out as an auditor. Okay, and as I mentioned, don't force those procedures I've mentioned, the performance calculation. Okay, you may not even need to mention them. Okay, so don't force them. Okay, more or less. I hope it's clear. Okay, on that particular matter. Okay, that's on the first assertion. Okay, that's on the first assertion. Okay, the next assertion is on existence. Okay, is on the existence. Okay, now on existence, what do we mean? Okay, on existence is that actually the asset of the company, since these are tangible. Okay, since these are tangible, if you want to ask the client, okay, can I see this particular asset? They're going to tell you this is the asset. Okay, you should be able to see them. Okay, because these are tangibles, they are not intangibles. Okay, you can touch them, you can go to see them. Okay. So generally, therefore, when it comes to existence, those particular non-current assets of the company, they need to exist. They need to exist. Okay? You can go to see them, for example. Okay. What you can do is that on confirmation, okay, confirm that the company physically inspect all items in the non-current asset register each year. Okay, you can ask them. Okay, for example, provide for me the reports, okay, that you normally use when it comes to the maybe inspecting your motor vehicles to assess their working condition. Okay, so generally it goes in. If you have assets that maybe their life has come to an end. Okay, I think I mentioned our vehicle. Okay, that was bought in 1990. Okay, by the year 2010, its value is equal to 0. Okay, in that context, therefore, okay, what do we do? Okay, the company need to make an assessment, okay? What is the working condition of our assets, okay? What is the working condition of those assets? And how do they know, okay? It's simply by physical inspection, okay? Maybe they may not be the one who are going to do it, okay? Maybe they may want to ask maybe an expert, okay? They may want to ask an expert to assist them in inspecting their assets, okay? If they do use an expert, then ask them, give me the reports, okay? That were used, that you did obtain from the expert, okay? From the physical inspection they did arrive at, okay? Even actually, okay, I don't know whether you have seen this channel, okay, they once in a while come to check on, for example, on those desktop, okay, to assess whether are they in working condition, okay. So generally, it's worth enough that the company need to have a frequent inspection on how their asset is like, okay, are they working? Are there issues along the way, okay? So simply confirm, and you can confirm that by asking a company to give you the reports, okay, they have prepared on the inspection they did on those particular, for example, those assets. Okay. Inspect all assets, concentrating on high value items and additions in the year. Confirm that the assets inspected exist and are in use and are in good condition. Okay. So generally, let's try to see that those assets you have confirmed that they actually exist. Okay. They are in good use, and actually not just being in good use. Okay. Is that the assets of those assets, okay, it is a company that is using them, okay, and the company, those assets are being used for the purpose of the company, okay. They are not just physically there, okay. They are there, however, the company is using them, okay, for their own furtherance of their own objective, okay. Because you can have an asset that is on the yard, however, okay, it is used by some third parties altogether, okay. So in that context, therefore, okay, you may want to know, okay, are these assets leased, okay? Do they belong to another third party? Okay, so you may want to ask the management. Okay, review the records of income yielding assets. Okay, you review the records of income yielding assets. Okay, just an example. Okay, if the company normally leases out maybe their assets, okay, maybe on short-term basis. Okay, let me give an example. Okay. If the company you're auditing, okay, is a taxi company, okay, and they sometimes do lease out the assets, okay, they do lease those assets out on short-term basis, maybe 1 week, okay, maybe they lease out their motor vehicle for 2 weeks, okay, for 1 month, okay. Now that's called the income yielding assets, okay. They do bring direct income to the company, okay. In that context, therefore, then you may want to ask the management, okay, provide for me all the records, okay, that you have regarding the income you earned from this particular motor vehicle, okay, from this particular assets, okay. That's what you mean by income yielding assets, okay. That is essentially they do bring direct income input, okay. You can be able to say that this 1,000 was brought in by this particular motor vehicle, okay. Income yielding assets, okay. We also can reconcile opening balances, okay, open and close the vehicles by numbers as well as by the amount, okay. I think we did mention that, okay. Simply try to have a reconciliation, okay, and the reconciliation will be in terms of the number, okay. This was the asset number we had at the beginning of the year, 10 of them. Addition, there were 2 of them, okay. Disposal, there were 3 of them. The closed balance ought to be 9, okay. So simply carry out a reconciliation, okay, to assess on whether the company, that procedure can be used for both completeness as well as for both also for existence, okay. And it can be done in terms of the values. It can be done in terms of the numbers, okay. So you can do that, okay. If the company does that, it means for you will be reperforming, okay, because the company does that, okay. So in case the company does that, it means you will be carrying out a reperformance, okay. I hope it's all clear to all of you on that, towards that angle, okay. Next, we have on valuation, okay. And essentially, what we mean by this is that there's some assets, okay, that essentially we are going to be carrying out fair value. You're going to be reporting them, okay, on fair value, okay. In short, therefore, we are not going to be using the conventional, okay, way of trying to do reporting the asset minus depreciation, okay. We get NBV. In this case, we're going to be asking a valuer, okay, to come in and give us what the estimate, for example, what should be the value of our property, okay. For example, in case of land. Okay, in that case, therefore, we don't depreciate land. Okay, however, you need to report. Okay, that in case we do own this particular real estate, we do own this particular asset. Okay, we do own this particular piece of land somewhere. Okay, and you want to report it as part of asset by the end of the year. Okay, then we require value. Okay. Okay, because essentially this is going to be is not the conventional valuation method, okay, where it is assets opening balance minus depreciation to get a closing balance. No, okay. Now what do? In this case, therefore, verify valuation to a valuation certificate. Okay, as I mentioned, we do require the company to have hired a valuer, okay, to give the company, okay, what should be what should be the value of that particular piece of land, for example. Okay, of that motor vehicle, okay, or whatever they're doing evaluation on. So as the management, provide us with your certificates, okay, that you obtain from your expert, that you obtain from the management expert. In this case, in this context, therefore, the valuer. Okay. Then what do? Consider maybe now the work of the value itself. Okay. Consider, for example, the assumption the value did use when it comes to getting the value. Okay, consider the experience of this valuer. Consider their competence. Okay, the same way we discussed about relying on the work of someone else as part of your audit evidence. Okay, so we need to check on all these things. Okay, so ask management to provide you with who was the valuer, okay, behind the valuation that was done on maybe on this motor vehicle, okay. So all the things that we discussed, okay, when it comes to assessing the work of an expert, now you shall be doing them here, okay. The method they used, the sample they have used, okay, where they obtained their data from, okay. So all these things you will ought to consider them when analyzing the work of this valuer. If, for example, okay, there was what called valuation surplus, okay, essentially, if, for example, the motor vehicle, if, for example, it was a piece of land, okay, that we are doing a valuation on, if last year value, okay, was, let's say, 6 million, okay, and this year value is maybe 7.5 million, okay, therefore there's a value surplus of 1.5 million, okay, therefore we need to more or less try to assess, okay, on the accuracy of it, okay, what is the value that has been reported, okay. This was the value last year. Okay, this was the value the valuer gave. This is the value the valuer has given this year. Okay, therefore you may want to confirm. Okay, has the management reported this value surplus, and has they been reported them in the correct accounts? Okay, should it be appearing as part of the company comprehensive income? Should it be appearing in the company income themselves? Should it be appearing in the company part of the equity? Okay. Don't forget all those, okay, because the surplus can appear in all those areas. Okay, it can be part of the company, part of the company comprehensive income. It can be part of the company income themselves. Okay, it can be part of the company statement of changes in equity. Okay, so ensure the reporting has been done in the correct manner. Okay. Confirm whether valuation of all assets have been that have been valued have been updated regularly. Okay, so generally every 3 years. Okay, every 3 years. Okay, that is how they should be done. Okay, it can be done more than 3 years. Okay, it can be done with every 1 year. Okay, every 2 years. Okay, but generally at least every 3 years. Okay, every 3 years, all those assets. Okay, that are carried on fair value basis. Okay, they need to be valued at least every 3 years. Okay, so ask the management, okay, to provide you with a recommendation to prove that that has happened. Okay, that's on evaluation. Okay, and don't forget, as I mentioned, in this case we are only trying to give some of the procedure. The procedure are more than this. Okay, so this is just to help you out in being able to understand what you should be doing. Okay, continue on evaluation. Another procedure you can carry out is inspect draft accounts to check that client has recognized in the P&L the profit or loss, revaluation losses, okay, unless it's credit in the equity, Okay, I think I've mentioned this already. Okay, but generally, what we mean that is that generally that the client account, okay, or the client has reported either the surplus or the losses, okay, in the correct area. Okay, is it part of the company income? Okay, is it part of the company comprehensive income? Okay, is it part of the company changes in equity? Okay, so just try to inspect. Okay, so go through the company accounts, okay, to assess whether the company has reported the surplus or that loss, okay, in the correct accounts, okay, that they've been reported in the correct account. Okay. Next thing, okay, is on the, now we can try to check on valuation, okay. You review the insurance policies in force for all categories of tangible non-current assets and consider the adequacy of their issued values and verify the expiry dates. Okay. Here we shall mention this along, okay, that one of the things that more or less can mean the company might close down, okay, is if the company has underinsured their assets. Okay, if the company has underinsured their assets, okay. What mean that? If, for example, the company total asset is 10 million, okay, if, for example, the company has a total asset base of 10 million, however, the cover they took, okay, was only to an extent of 3 million, okay. That means that if, for example, something was to happen, either an accident, a fire, their maximum they can get paid is 3 million, okay. Then that can be a huge hit on the company, okay. So if the company has underinsured the assets, okay, then that should be a concern, okay. That might also mean the company may be having in the future going concern issues, okay. They may be having going concern issues, okay. So review the company insurance policies, okay, for all the assets. Check, for example, on when they expire, okay, how much value, okay, have the company insured taken cover against any of those risks, okay. So try to check that the company has, if possible, okay, insured the asset using the correct value, okay, and of course the policies has not expired, okay. So that's on the valuation, okay. That's on the valuation, okay. As a financial statement assertion and sum, okay, of the substantive audit procedure you can use to test them, okay. Okay, so I want to stop there, okay, but before we stop, okay, if there's a question, okay, I would want us to go through in the next few minutes, okay. So if we check on the May 2015, okay, we check on the May 2015, okay, question 3A. Okay, so check on question May 2015, question 3A. Okay, will be for it. May 2015, question 3A. The first one is asking us, okay, define the following terms as used in audit sampling. Okay, we define the following terms as used in audit sampling. Okay, part one being asked what we call the multi-stage sampling. Two, we have what we call the random systematic sampling. We have haphazard, we have test taking, and you have anomalous errors. Okay, so let's check from Ashley.
Yes.
May 2015, question 3A.
Pardon?
Are you in the
Yes.
Enough. Define for us the first one.
Multi-stage sampling.
Yes.
It is a method whereby
Yes.
let's say the auditor uses 2 stages in sampling, maybe 2 or more in sampling. For instance, he would group the items into groups,
Yeah.
and then further regroup those groups into other groups.
Okay, like for example, okay, so maybe one of the example we can use here is the stratification of data. We group them, okay, we decide to use the class sampling method, or even the case of the stratified sampling method, okay. The case of the stratification, actually, it itself is a multi-sampling method, okay. Now, two, the systematic sampling method, okay. Karen. Karen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Me, I think this one is a combination of random or it is just a systematic sampling.
It's just simply systematic.
Okay, it is a method of selecting items
Yes.
using a constant interval whereby you can use okay, in a systematic interval, like
Actually,
okay, so
here the examiner has given you a hint, by the way. You can see there's a random systematic sample, okay?
yeah. Okay, just the way I've said, selecting is a method where you select items
Yes.
of a sample in an interval.
Yes, I agree.
Yes, randomly, using a random start.
Yes.
Or having a random start.
Yes, that's the term, okay? That you're going to be having a random start, okay? The first number is going to be picked from random generator, okay? As you can see, the term there is random, okay? Thank you, Karen. Then we have the next method. Okay, the next method. Delphine. Delphine, I'm trying to meet you.
Yes.
Delphine.
Which question are we doing?
May 2015, question 3A. We want to answer Roman 3 on the haphazard sampling. Only give you time. We're going to come back to you.
No, I know. Haphazard, the one that the auditor does not follow any set procedure, like he just chooses from his gut or something.
More or less, okay, that generally there is no set way of trying to pick the sample, okay, so it is going simply as in a haphazard manner, okay, there is no set procedure upon which the auditor is going to be using, okay, when it comes to picking that particular sample, okay, that's called the haphazard sampling method. Then test checking, let me take someone else. Kami.
Yes.
What is test checking?
I'm not sure, but I will say the picking
Sorry?
population and selecting item from a group of transaction.
Yes.
And checking a few of them.
Okay, so more or less, okay, that's what we call test checking, but essentially simply applying the audit procedure. It can either be a test of control or a test of detail, okay? However, you're not going to be applying this calculation, okay? You're not going to be applying on the calculation, okay? You're all going to be, okay? The sample you've taken, okay? The items or the transaction were 100. Then you did take a sample of 10. Now, the application of the procedures, either the test of control or the test of detail, okay, on those 10 items is referred to as the test checking, okay? So you're applying the procedure, not on the time calculation, but on that particular sample, okay? Like simply applying the procedure, not on the time calculation, but on that particular sample. That we mean by test checking, okay? Then you have Petronina. Petronina. Yes, Petronina.
Anomalous error.
Yes, on the anomalous error.
It is the error that arises from
Yes.
an event that is isolated. So it is not considered to be.
Sorry, it is not considered
To be a representation of errors in the population.
In the population, okay, and that is going to be a one-off error, okay. That actually the other term is called a one-off error, okay. Either a misstatement, okay, that is going to appear on the sample. An error, it can be an error, it can be a fraud, okay, where you as an auditor, you don't expect, okay, it to repeat on the entire population, okay. It's only going to apply for that particular test requirement, which means therefore, when it comes to the extrapolation of the result of the sample, you cannot use it, okay. You cannot use it to extrapolate the result of the sample to the entire population, okay. It's one of error, okay. Now, Quint is asking, we repeat on test checking, okay. So test checking simply implies that you're going to be applying the procedure, okay, the audit procedure, not on the entire population, but on that particular sample you have just taken. Either you're doing a test of control or you're doing a test of detail. However, you're doing the test on the sample you've taken. Okay, it's simply applying the procedure on the sample. That means by test checking. Okay, I hope that's clear, Quinta. Okay, and I guess since we didn't take a break, okay, I guess we can end the class there. Okay, and prepare also for next week. We shall be having a multiple choice question. Okay, just to check on how we are studying some of these concepts. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Unless you have a question, okay, I would want to end the class. Okay, don't forget you sign down there. Okay, your name as well as your admission number. Okay, so if there's no question, okay, then we can meet on Wednesday next week. Enjoy your weekend. Okay, see you then.